Once again, what's up, my people? Know what I mean? It's your boy, it's Dom G. Know what I mean? Here to talk about some more music. First thing is first, long live D'Angelo, 804 Richmond legend. I had an 804, know what I mean? Virginia Union University, HBCU out there. Got that hat on, know what I mean? I always am trying to rep for the HBCUs, for the black owned businesses. My page name is actually now Rooted and Fly. The booth reviews we do is on the music. That's where we do the 10 streams. But my actual brand is called Rooted and Fly. Rooted and Fly is for, not only is it a magazine and a blog and music, it's also, it's a website I use to push traffic to all the black owned businesses because I want us to wear more of our clothes. It's for the urban clothes, the streetwear, also for the high end fashion for black business owners. So again, if you know any, let them get in contact with me, please. But anyway, yes, first thing we're gonna start with here is Long Live D'Angelo, one of my 5 favorite R&B artists ever. We were doing an R&B pod. Anyway, I was gonna do a couple of R&B pods this week. And we're gonna start off with Long Live D'Angelo. D'Angelo is a legend, Richmond legend, 804 legend, you know what I mean? He has he has three straight classic R&B albums. 2 of those in my top 10. Brown Sugar and Voodoo, both are in my top 10. Brown Sugar and Voodoo, yes, both in my top 10 favorite R&B albums of all time. D'Angelo is definitely one of them. He was my most listened to artist last month, which is crazy as that sounds, because he's passing. I'm not just saying that. He was literally my most listened to artist last month. I don't know if y'all could see that, but my most listened to artist last month, number 1 was D'Angelo. Number 2 was Mozzie. Number 3 was Jeezy. Number 4 was Usher. Number 5 was Payroll. Number 1 was D'Angelo. That was from September of 2025. I'm not making this up. I fucks with D'Angelo. I talk about a lot of rap and R&B, but I'm a older nigga. And I mean, mid-30s, I'm an R&B nigga. I talk about a lot of rap, but I'm an R&B nigga. You know what I mean? Voodoo might be my favorite R&B album of all time. Brown Sugar is definitely in my top 10. Voodoo's top 3. Might be my favorite. And this was before he passed. I listened to them albums. I listen to D'Angelo a lot. Now, Long Live D'Angelo. Prayers up for the family. Prayers up for D'Angelo and his family. Like I said, 804 legend, Richmond legend. Moment of silence for him. All right. Yeah, I just really wanted to come here and say R.I.P. to D'Angelo because he's him. He was one of them. Next, what we're gonna get into is one. I haven't did any reviews on any R&B projects this year, so I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna hit Bryson Tiller's project. I'm gonna hit Givion's project. It was last year, but I want to touch on Coco Jones. I'm definitely gonna hit the Weeknd's project that came out earlier this year. I'm gonna hit on all of those. I'm gonna hit on all of those. That won't be this episode. That will be the longer pod. I'm gonna do a full 3-hour pod maybe this weekend. A full 3-hour pod where I'm gonna talk about every single album that dropped this year, just briefly, and give all of them a booth review ranking. I do want to speak about the R&B right now because a lot of people are complaining about how R&B is lacking right now, and there is some artists that are actually pretty good. You gotta look for them a little harder. You know what I mean? It ain't like it used to be everything on the radio, like, cause everything ain't like that no more. You know what I mean? But they still got some good shit out there. Leon Thomas is amazing. Miguel is dropping an album soon. Lucky Day is amazing. They got some people out there. What else? There's also more. I'm gonna get more into that when I do my full 3 hour pod. But this R&B episode, my focus I wanted to be on the women, mainly the big three R&B of H.E.R, SZA, and Summer Walker. Now I include her because she is actually just as accomplished, if not more accomplished than the other two as far as awards goes. That means um, Grammys, BET Awards, all those type of things, Billboard Awards. She's very, 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 very accomplished. She's fire. She might be my favorite out of those three, to be honest, but I love all three of them. I love SZA, I love Summer, great music. They all make amazing music. I mean, but they are the big three today of female R&B. Now, they all bring different things to the table. Summer Walker is more of your Summer Walker and H.E.R are both more old school style R&B. You know, H.E.R is very plays with the instruments. That her strength plays with them instruments. She knows how to play more than one instrument. Great performer. You got to see her in person. Great albums. But she doesn't have her only weakness really is she doesn't have that one album like SZA has Control. We're gonna get there later. Summer Walker has Over It. You know, so they got those one albums that are undeniably like legit classics. H.E.R has, to me, she has three insanely good albums. I think one of her albums is 10 streams, but it's not universally regarded. Now I mean it ain't universally regarded as a classic. Um so yeah, that's one thing we're gonna get at. We're gonna start actually though with the biggest as far as worldwide, the biggest of the big three, which is SZA. Now SZA has two insanely good projects in Control and SOS, and the deluxe of SOS. SZA has, for the past decade, been a staple in R&B and pop and hip hop. She gets on people's songs as a singer and makes the songs her songs. That includes her other R&B singers. She has a song with Doja Cat that she just takes over. She has a song with Summer Walker, and I Love You Summer, I'm gonna get to you too. SZA takes that Jane over. SZA is cold, just cold with it. On her songs with Kendrick, cold. She stands out. She's cold. She might actually be the weaker vocalist of the three, but her music is insane. It's just insane. It's catchy. She knows what to say. She knows how to talk to the women. She knows how to make it appeal for the men. She's a beautiful woman. But we're gonna start with Control. Control is a classic, 10 streams, easily 10 streams. Top, I want to say two. I want to say 10, but I'm gonna be safe and say 15 R&B project of the last 25 years. It probably is top 10. The early 2000s has some heat, so I don't want to put that out. The 2000s has some heat, so I don't want to put all that on her. But it's probably a top 10 album of the 2000s. Of the 2000, well, since 2000, it's probably a top 10 R&B album since 2000. What is underrated is her other project, SOS. Now, why it's not Control? It's not Control, but it is fire. It's fire. It has a couple of my favorite SZA songs. Love Language, love it. One of my favorite SZA songs. She gets in different bags consistently. And she reminds me in a sense of, I don't like doing a lot of comparisons with people because, especially cross eras, but she reminds me of a Beyonce in a sense. And that is not to take nothing away from Beyonce because I love Beyonce too. We'll get to her one day. But yeah, she has the because she can touch every genre. She can touch rock, she can touch R&B, she can touch pop, she can touch rap, she can touch every genre as a female R&B singer. That's very hard to do. But also, like I said, on SOS, I love DTM. I love Chill Baby, Cry Baby. She got some tracks on there that's fire. Drive, Take You Down, Blind, Snooze. SZA was going crazy on SOS, and I don't think it gets the love it deserves, especially the deluxe. It doesn't get the love it deserves. I'd say SOS is about 9 streams at the worst. That's now I'm 8.5 at the worst. It's probably 9, but that was a fire project. Now I mean, people don't talk about it too much, but that jank fire all through that jank. You hear me? Just crazy on it. Now I call her the biggest of them because she's the one you'll see the most, the one that's just was on a stadium tour. Summer's also on a stadium tour, but she's not co-headlining it. Salute to Summer, she's not co-headlining it. SZA is one of them. Salute to SZA, I love her music, and I want to salute all 3 of these women for the contribution they gave to R&B. Actually, that one of the main points of me doing this. You hear me? One of the main points I do this is to give some flowers. I give some critique too. Now, I mean, you got to give the flowers and the critique, but I give some flowers to the people that deserve it. The people like the SZAs, the Summer Walkers, the H.E.Rs. All right, next we're gonna get to Summer Walker. Now, she also has Over It, which is maybe even better than Control or CTRL. I keep calling it Control. Even better than CTRL. Over It is a staple in R&B. It's a staple in the urban community. It's a staple with the women. It's just a staple. Over It, one of those projects that is no skips. Every song is a banger. They made that shit happen. I said they because London on the Track was a big part of that. They made that shit happen. Summer is a crazy talent in how she still puts herself out there, even though she's introverted and she's kind of awkward. She puts herself out there, and a lot of the R&B acts today, they don't put themselves out there like they should. When they're introverted, they really stay in their own little bubbles. She puts herself out there frequently, constantly, and she, like I said, is on a tour right now. Amazing tour. Chris Brown, Summer Walker, and Bryson. Salute to Bryson too. Like I said, we'll get them on a 3-hour pod. I'm a big Bryson fan too. Over It, fire. I mean, elite. 10 streams easy. Still Over It is where she don't get enough credit too, or Life on Earth. She don't get enough credit for that EP or that other project. Life on Earth had YT on it. I love YT. Had a couple of my tracks on there. Matter of fact, Still Over It, fire. That's what a SZA feature was. But Summer also can sing. That is not as appreciated as it should be in today's environment. Summer can sing her ass off. She can sing actually, which, like I said again, I'm gonna repeat myself. It's just not appreciated enough. She's very vocal. But yeah, I don't want to get too much on the projects that everyone knows all the songs like Control and Over It. What I'm gonna get to is songs like No Love. SZA did to me Still the Show, but fire. Reciprocate was also on the Still Over It album. There's a bunch of tracks. Insane, Circus, Toxic, Free Dirt, you hear me? Free Dirt. Dirk was on that jam. Broken Promises. She had it was a lot of good shit on there. She even did a Sierra's Prayer with Sierra. That she just a lot of fire on there. Last Day of Summer don't get the love it deserves, but it's not as great as the other ones. It's probably 7.5-ish streams. Has some good tracks on there, but it's not as good as Still Over It, and it's not as good as it's also not as good as Life on Earth, which never got the respect it deserved because it was an EP. I say it was an EP, so you're not gonna give the, you know what I mean, you ain't gonna talk about the EPs the same as you talk about the regular albums. But she killed that joint. You hear me? She was killing it. Let It Go was fire. Deeper and White Tea and Deeper back to back on that jank. Loved them both. Two of my favorite summer songs actually. I think Life on Earth was only 6 tracks, might have been 5 tracks. Fire. Crazy. Um, Salute to Summer again. She is one of them. Another beautiful woman. She just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And she's authentically herself. Scissor too. And that they're different. The thing is, they're so different, and we're gonna get to her next. But they're all so different, and that's why as them as a big three in female R&B is so they're different. And like, they're not similar at all. They all have their own things. Now we're gonna get to her. Her, I love her. Let me be clear here. I love her. I think her is beautiful. I think her music is excellent. She's so talented. She's so pretty. She's everything. I like her a lot. So let me be clear there. I don't want to sound biased here because I actually think that of the big three in women R&B, she's the one that has the most to prove. So, because she doesn't have that album like they have. She does have the other things like the Grammys and stuff, but she don't have that album that they have. Her first album, her self-titled project, Fire, Losing, Say It Again, Lights On, a lot of fire tracks on there, Free, Rather Be, just a bunch of fire on there. Best Part. It was a lot of fire on her first project. I think I gave her first project. I'm gonna do all these projects. I'm gonna do a complete review on them. You can check out how I do my booth reviews on my page. I got it up there. It's on my Substack magazine. I'm gonna grow my magazine shortly, but it's on my magazine article I do where I rate all the albums. I think her first album was probably a 7.5 streams. It was a really good album though. I'm gonna say it was a 7.5 streams out of 10. I used to know her. To me personally, should be a 10-stream project. The world doesn't feel that way, but I love this project. Every song on it: Fate, Carried Away, Going, Be On My Way, Can't Help Me, Something Keeps Pulling Me Back, 21, We Could Have Been, Against Me, just fire through and through. That's when I was like, her is one of them. That's where she became one of them to me. Another salute to Bryson is he took over on Could Have Been with her and on Summer Walker album. His verses on both projects, Bryson is one of them. Salute to Bryson again. That nigga is cold. That nigga's cold. He took over on a Rihanna track too before, and people don't talk about it enough. On Wild Thoughts, Bryson took that shit over, took that motherfucker, went crazy on it. Bryson, one of the coldest. But her is super talented, performs well, sings great, plays multiple instruments. If SZA reminds me of Beyonce, her will remind me of Alicia Keys. But I'm talking about in their primes, like when Alicia was Alicia. I love Alicia too. Alicia is one of my favorite R&B singers too. I like her like I like D'Angelo. So we'll get into her a different time. But I love Alicia Keys. She's one of my favorites. Her last album, which was 4 years ago, we need some more music. Her, by the way, we need some more music. Was Back of My Mind. Fire again. Not quite as good as I used to know her, but fire still. Probably 8.5 streams, 8 streams. It had a lot of really good songs. It had Damage, Bloody Waters, Back of My Mind with Ty Dolla $ign. It had some tracks. It had Chris Brown was on. I think the track was called Come Through. Yeah, Chris Brown was on a track called Come Through. Chris Brown, salute to him too. Big VA shit. Big VA shit. I'm always gonna salute VA. Cheat Code, Lucky, Hold On, Hard to Love. Hard to Love is one of my favorite tracks, just in general. Then she had the track with YG, Slide, big single. A lot of just fire. Just putting out she puts out quality music, and when she drops, it does what it needs to do. It takes over. She needs to drop a little more. I wish she would drop a project like ASAP. We need a Her project. She probably ain't never gonna see this, but if anyone can get this to her, please, we need a Her project. Nigga like me need that shit. You hear me? Her, we need you in the booth. We need you in the booth immediately. But let me also stack this. So let me stack these discographies up. Personally, to me, it's hard to say because SZA only has 2 albums and may have the best discography because she got a 9-stream and a 10-stream project. Her got an 8.5, a 7.5, and a 10. Summer Walker got a 7.5, a 9, a 10, and probably that EP was so short, but I'll still say an 8. So it's real close. They all got some fire. Like them 3. I wish they would go on a tour one day. Those 3 are amazing. They're all beautiful, super pretty women, super good music, great R&B. For people that say R&B is dying, listen to these women. They give you something for every. All of them give you something different. Summer Walker is more of the laid back R&B. It's just soulful. But a little ghetto at the same time. Think Tweet. You remember Tweet? Southern Hummingbird was one of the best, my favorite female R&B project ever. Let me put that out there. Followed by Never Say Never by Brandy, and then Diary by Alicia Keys. But she reminds me kind of a Tweet or like an Elite. Summer Walker is harder to put in she's just Summer Walker. Now, I don't really have a dead comparison to her, but she's amazing. Kind of reminds me of updated version of Tweet with more music out. Real soulful, but a little ghetto at the same time. She's fire, just fire. Real Southern. SZA, like I said, can hit every genre: R&B, rock, rap, pop, country, however you want it. Like how Beyonce is all the genres. That's the comparison. Not the music is alike, but they can do all the genres and can do them well. And then Her is just that super multifaceted instruments. Just can do it all. Plays everything. Anything you wanted to play, she'll play it. I mean, they all amazing in their own right. Like I said, I'm gonna do this weekend. I'm gonna do 2 separate podcasts. I'm gonna do rap, which I'll review all the rap albums this year, and I'm gonna do R&B, which I will review R&B and all the R&B albums. It's probably gonna be, the rap one's probably gonna be 2 hours. The R&B one's probably gonna be 1 hour. But I'm gonna either do them separate. Or I'm gonna combine them and mix it up a little bit. I'm not sure of it yet. Also, one more time to say long live D'Angelo, one of the GOATs, Richmond, Virginia, legend again, big VA shit. D'Angelo is a Richmond, Virginia legend. He's a legend across the board. One of the best vocalists ever, one of the best R&B singers ever, one of the best songwriters ever. You can't give him enough love. Now, I mean, he's D'Angelo. 3 classic albums, 2 being in my personal top 10 again. Voodoo being my top 3 R&B albums ever. Big salute to D'Angelo, man. And long live and R.I.P. and hope the family is okay. Prayers up to the family, know what I mean? This is Dom G again signing out. I'm a little taken aback by the D'Angelo death, but yeah, I'm about to sign out. Like, subscribe. Yes, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I have plenty more music to talk about. I'm probably about to go listen to Mad D'Angelo, know what I mean, to get right. But yeah, this is Don G. I'm logging off. This is my booth review. And that's it.